We ready to start? Fuck it.
Bear with us with our technical difficulties.
Here we go. It's been a long time. 6 months since I've been on Twitch, but we are back on Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen.
84 years.
Boys. 84 years. Is that rounding up or rounding down? I'm not quite sure.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Welcome in, folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, middle-aged highs in your ears, in your eyes. For the first time, I'm sorry for the blindingness that you're seeing. The silky smooth voice comes out of a quite ugly mug, though my wife likes it, so hey.
Hey, we got faces for radio.
Chef E, what's up, my guy? No sound alerts. We're doing a podcast. I see you, brother. I see you. But, as you hear, that is my co-host, as always, a man with roughly as much free time as a whore during the Navy shore leave, Russ, the beer league goalie on Instagram.
To be fair, they might have more time than I do. Dude, I kid you not. You state that. It's not a joke. Like, I finished work, I went upstairs, did chores and cleaned the pool, took care of the kids, got them dinner, left, played a playoff hockey game, came home, showered, and I'm here. I literally haven't stopped since 7 a.m.
Sweet mother of mercy. Yeah, that's a busy man. I'd like to tell you my day, but I don't remember when my day end and begin for the last couple. It's been interesting.
Oh, is it a new day? It's a new day?
Yes, it is. That's a rest. You don't. Yeah, you know the new day, right?
It's a new day. It's a new dawn. Sorry, different thing I was going with, but anyway.
So, wow, I need the shame sound so bad right now. New Day's Wrestling Faction's been around forever.
Shame.
Mercy
How
of God.
is that a shame sound?
Wow. Wow.
Get out of town.
Disgraced, sir. But we'll get a little bit to get into this week, folks. We're going to go over Multiversus Season 2, which I am very excited about. Beetlejuice. We're going to cover people that we don't trust in general. We've got South Park on the Fuck'em Challenge. We've got a giveaway to get to. There are quite a bit of people we don't trust. We had to pare this down a lot. But before we get into any of that, as we were discussing... I see you, DJ. As we were discussing... First time on video, it is all transitional. This one is being done specifically so that in case I mess up the video, I can still put it on Spotify as I have been. That way I don't mess it up completely.
In case, by the way.
In case. Strong chance. Newborn headphones. But there will be changes as it goes along, much like at the beginning of the podcast. Those have been here the whole time. You know, if you listen to our first episode, there's a little rough around the edges. The first video is obviously going to be rough around the edges. But we'll see how things go. We'll progress as we go. It's going to be something that's going to grow into something great, hopefully. You know, and those of us that have been here the whole time, or those of us that are just tuning in, sit down, pack a bong, crack a beer, buckle up, join the ride. It's going to be a long one, and it ought to be a fun one, I think.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. You can finally see it. There's 100 milligram cannabis AA. Be sipping on it throughout, folks. It's a good one.
Oh, I got my rum and coke as always.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with 100 proof Captain and ginger. But anyway, I digress.
Right? Yeah, we digress. Now that my speech about don't expect a miracle at first, but it's going to get better as it goes is over, we need to start figuring out what's going on in this crazy world by asking our favorite news anchor / asshole, what is happening?
Wait. Wouldn't you be the favorite asshole since you're the king asshole?
News anchor / asshole. I'm more of a host / asshole. You're the news guy. I'm the one that just talks and never shuts up.
Scientists found that sharks in Brazil test positive for cocaine.
What?
That's what's happening. Sharks living off the coast of Brazil have tested positive for cocaine, according to new research. The first time that drug has been detected in free-ranging sharks. Scientists tested 13 Brazilian sharp-nosed sharks in the waters off the city of Rio de Janeiro and found that cocaine was present in both the liver and muscle tissue of all 13 specimens. Cocaine
Jesus.
levels were around 3 times higher in muscle tissue than liver tissue, according to the study, while female sharks had higher cocaine concentrations in muscle tissue compared to males. Take that for what you will.
Nah.
Studies have not been conducted to determine whether cocaine damages the shark's health, but previous research has shown that the drug harms other animals such as fish and mussels. Shocker.
Yeah, right.
There's enough cocaine in these sharks' bodies that even Chris Farley had originally made plans to move his van to Brazil.
In a van down by the river.
Crack beat. Hoo ha ha. That's funny. I like that one.
Hey, to be fair, there was a lot of people I could have gone that route with cocaine. I was looking that up for some punchlines, and I could have come up with a lot of punchlines based on some celebrity outtakes.
I mean, there is. You could just say it was just a bunch of kids listening to Macklemore, and they were just trying to give a bunch of speed to a great white shark on shark week. Fuck! You know?
I thought about that route, but I didn't go there. You did.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I did.
All right.
Continue, sir.
In England, a neighbor demands he stop parking outside her house, so instead he blocks her driveway with his car.
Sounds like something I'd
Ever
do.
had a neighbor who thinks they own the whole street? I'm sure we all could name one.
Shit, I got
In
a
a
good
busy
story.
rural village in England, a woman identified as Mrs. Busybody, I love the name, it's like Jane Doe, started an uproar on her own street. One day,
a
Mrs.
British thing.
Busybody went across the street to her neighbor, who was on their way to work, and advised they weren't allowed to park there anymore. The reason is she wanted to park outside of her own house. She didn't want to walk down the street to her own vehicle. The neighbor had been considerate, like most English neighborhoods, with everyone parking on the same side of the street because it gets busy and it's hard with those streets in England, but that's for another day. For months,
Sure.
Busybody pestered the neighbor. Finally, the neighbor gave in, but only to get back at Busybody, who owned 2 large 4x4s. They parked on the other side of the street in front of their house. For months, Mrs. Busybody struggled to get in and out of her own driveway because of how large her vehicles were. To the neighbor, that was sweet, sweet justice just to park and watch them struggle. Even road rage in England is passive aggressive. Here in the United States, the man would have parked his car in her driveway in protest, all while telling her she was wrong.
Man. So, I've got one for you on that vein.
Ooh, I figured you would.
Yeah, shocker. First apartment I ever lived in on Penn Avenue. Man, my wife will remember that one. Jesus. 313! I don't know, like 6 or 7 efficiency apartments in one building kind of thing. You know what I mean? Not a great part of town. So the lady next to it was handicapped or whatever, and she had a little spray paint on the side of the curb, indicating that was her handicap spot, right? So I would occasionally park right up, I'd pull right past it and park. Well, she would pull right up on my ass end, so where I couldn't get out. And she did it the one day, and I had to go to work. And I remember there was a girl that worked with us with me in the car. Cause I was buying weed. What are you gonna do? That's how it worked back in the day. I was buying weed off somebody I worked with. And I come out, and I'm boxed in. And she's getting out of the car, and I'm like, hey, I can't get out. Do you mind backing up till I get out? And she said, no, that's my spot. So I said,
Would it be
okay.
considerate to let a man leave? You can take your spot, just let me leave.
Right, you could have taken 3 steps and got back in your car, backed up, and let me out. Wouldn't have been an issue. So I said, okay, no problem. So I backed my car up into her car, then moved it forward just a little bit, then backed my car up into her car again, moved it forward a little bit, backed into her car again, and then left. She's screaming at me on the sidewalk. The girl in the car with me is freaking out. Never came back to my house again. Don't know why. But, she didn't call the cops or anything. Wasn't her. I mean, shit. She was as in the wrong as I was.
Is there anything wrong with the back end of your car?
No. No, I mean, I was going like
Well,
I was
just
going
like
like
little love taps, or
exactly. I was going like half a foot. I was literally boxed in. It was an Austin Powers little to get out of the car. Shit. So yeah,
Yeah, we all
England, they're a
have
little
those.
nicer about that. Mrs. Busybody
Oh,
sounds like
yeah.
a daytime hooker.
I guess What is with you and hookers tonight? Anyway, I had one like that too. So the majority of the neighborhood is nice. We love the neighborhood here. And for whatever reason, my one neighbor who I enjoyed, he's been living there for a very long time. My sister would understand. He's 2 doors down. And every year in the summer, I have a summer party, which I just had this past weekend. Anywhere from 20 to 50 people, just depends on the year. It's give or take. But
Sure.
I had this party going on, and all of a sudden, like, it was like 4 or 5 o'clock, a couple hours in the party. I'm just hearing beeping, and not beep like, constant like tapping the horn, like somebody's outside holding their hand on their horn. I'm like, what's going on? Like, after about 2 minutes, I walked out front, and it's my neighbor from two houses down. He was upset that somebody parked in front of his house where he normally parks. I live in a circle, and there's so much room to park, but he was very upset at that moment, at that time. I mean, Grant, I don't know what was going through. I've had many conversations with the guy. He's a great dude, but he had a moment in time where he just like sat there with his hand on his horn for his truck until somebody came out and moved their car so he could park in front of his house.
Wow.
So trust me, I've been there.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Anywho, let me give you the last one. A New
Sure.
Jersey man admits to decapitating a seagull after attempted to take the fries from his daughter. In North Wildwood, New Jersey, which I know all too well because it's not too far from here, a South Jersey man is facing charges after authorities say he decapitated a seagull. According to the court documents obtained by Action News, which is a local news station here, Franklin Ziegler, 29 years of age, of Cape May, admitted to killing the seagull after attempted to take French fries from his daughter. He then reportedly asked Maury's Pier staff, the place down there, for a trash bag while holding the dead seagull in his hand. Can I have a bag to put the dead thing in? On July 18th, he was charged with third-degree animal cruelty after officers obtained witness statements and photos, as investigators said. When
Jesus.
questioned, the daughter advised the French fries were still good after she got them back.
That's aggressive. Yikes. Jesus, I got nothing. That's
I've
okay.
been on the beach many, many times where like the seagulls will swamp you if you pull out any type of food. Like it could just
Jesus.
be a tiny bag of like goldfish, and all of a sudden 20 seagulls,
Sure.
and they're just walking around and like circling you like hawks. It's insane.
Sure, and you get mad. You say, "I'm gonna kill you, you fucking birds." Sure, all that, but you don't actually.
We create a game with the
do
kids.
it.
We like run at them and make them fly away and stuff, and just we don't like catch them, hit them. We just kind of walk and run at them so they waddle and fly away. This guy decided, screw this. I'm gonna kill one. I don't get the mentality, but okay.
Jesus, I don't know. It seems kind of aggressive to me. I've never had an experience with seagulls personally, so I don't know how aggressive they are. I don't know if they're like geese where you don't really want to cross them.
What a crap in it, let me tell you. All of that is crap.
Man, that bird is not crapping in no more. Yikes. Golly.
I probably did after it died, because normally what happens when you die, you go to the bathroom.
Man, I tell you what, I was, speaking of crapping in, I was crapping in my pants when the Multiversus video for Samurai Jack came out. That was season 2. And I watched it, and to be honest with you,
going to talk about crapping your pants.
I mean, it's not that kind of show. I think that's the OnlyFans edition, right? Right? Oh.
Promote that.
Yeah, right. Does not exist. Do not look up. No, I was watching this. So, season 2 came out for Multiversus. Started Tuesday. Super excited about it. Season 1 was great. They finally put Ranked out. I'm very excited about Ranked because I like my numbers. I like to get back up where I used to be. Used to be real good.
I gotta get back to playing that with you at some point in time. Just a couple times here and there.
It's a fun game, and boy, have I got the character coming out for you.
That's neither here nor there.
Hey, the game's just fun, though. The game's just fun, and I can do a decent job carrying it. But watching the trailer, Samurai Jack, he'd already been leaked. We knew he was coming out. And to be honest, Samurai Jack, it's cool. I never watched it on Cartoon Network. Didn't care that much about Samurai Jack, right? And then at the tail end of it, the thing for season 2 pops up, and you see Beetlejuice in the background, and then he pops up and says, "It's showtime." And I yelled.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, I yelled. I said, "Oh, shit!" And my wife, holding the newborn month-old baby, looked at me and said, "Are you serious right now?" Like, yeah, I'm serious. Oh, man. But I got so excited. Haven't seen his kit yet. He's not out yet. He'll come out at some point in season 2, which is only, I don't know, a month and a half, something like that long. Who knows? But Beetlejuice, I'm excited, man. He could be a lot of fun. There's a lot of ways you can go with a character like that, depending on what they want to make him, an assassin or a mage or whatever. Just, yeah, it got me real excited to, you know, and I'm always the loudmouth trying to wake up the baby anyway. So my wife was very, very not happy with me in a moment.
Oh, you're a loudmouth? Since when? This is news to me.
Yeah, since I'm pretty sure they could hear it in the sonogram, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure every time you spoke, the baby jumped inside of her.
Well, I keep telling people that come to the house now, they're like, how's he sleeping through all this noise? I'm like, the baby's been in my wife's stomach for 9.5 months listening to me and Addison yell all day. He's used to it. He's not used to quiet. But now I'm very excited for Multiversus Season 2, man. The big patch came out, and they did a whole butt ton. They reworked Taz completely. Again.
Good or bad?
Good, in general. They took away the infinite hold on the sandwich up top. It was a top rope kill if you held and hit him with it, which is kind of frustrating, but they balanced him out better in some of the moves that used to miss hit a lot more consistently now. So there's always that. That's always good, but excited about it, man. And something else that came out with Season 2, they have a Warner Brothers Tower stage. You know, the Warner Brothers Tower had the Animaniacs in it.
Yeah. I was just going to say, anytime I think about that, I think about Animaniacs. Oh, goddamn, you beat me to it.
Well, here's my bad. See, here's what's cool about it. It's got the tower and, you know, just this little platform below it, and I'm playing on it, and I'm just like, man, this is a really tiny map. And then after so long, these gigantic, and I saw them all the time in the background, and I thought it was a hint or a leak of a character coming out. You always saw these balloons with the head of Yakko or Wacko or Pinky or Brain. Turns out, on the Warner Brothers water tower stage, these giant balloons of Pinky and Brain and Yakko and Wacko and Dot come up that you can go out and jump on as platforms to stand on. So, I don't know if they'll still be characters or not, but they're in the game in that form. That stage is a little fun. Plus, the tower opens up sometimes and smacks you and gives you a little wall to stand on. It's Jason Voorhees coming out of the tower for some reason every now and again, but still, it's really cool, man.
Of a tangent, but I love Pinky and the Brain. I can't say that I love the Animaniacs. I mean, there were times that I liked the Animaniacs, but yeah, I really did enjoy Pinky and the Brain.
Most people
remember that. I can't remember any episodes, mind you, but I can remember going, I like this.
They're dinky, they're Pinky and the Brain. That's stuck in your head. You could ask people what show was on there, like what, Pinky and the Brain? It was just a show, right? And they're like, no, it was on Animaniacs. People don't remember that.
Yes,
yeah, you're right.
100%. But it's like Lamb Chop from back in the day with this is the song that never ends. That's stuck in your brain.
Yeah, if you were of a certain era like we are, you knew Pinky and the Brain. It's just period, hands down. That's it. It was an amazing show. I really hope they make them a character. Narf. Yeah, I hope to God they make them a character at some point somehow, because that's iconic for our era, for Warner Brothers. I mean, the Warner Brothers and their sister Dot. I mean, come on, they gotta be in the game somehow, some way. So they put them in that. It's a nice nod. I hope they're a character. Now, Season 1, we had Banana Guard came out with it, and then you had Season of Villains. So it was Joker, Jason Voorhees, and Agent Smith from The Matrix. Ooh. This one, Season 2, Back in Time. You have Samurai Jack, you have Beetlejuice. One would assume there's at least a third character coming, and Back in Time leads a lot of options. So, I know...
So when is that character going to be released?
No, it started Tuesday. But Beetlejuice will come out during the season, and then they'll just randomly put out another whatever and put out a character with a trailer and everything like that.
Oh, see, I thought
similar to how
it started, you just got those characters.
Yep. Similar to how, I don't know if you Nintendo guys, but Smash Brothers did this very, very well with their character launches. They had these cinematic trailers for all. The one for Sephiroth was crazy
I was
good.
actually halfway decent at that game in comparison, which is funny. I can't get it to correlate playing these games, but that's neither here nor there.
It's completely relevant because I am terrible at Smash Brothers anymore. I've played it since it came out. Can't play Smash Brothers. I cannot hang with my brother in Smash Brothers at all.
All right,
Multiversus,
how much
different
did you
story.
actually hang with your brother anyway?
Okay. I can beat him in Multiversus.
Hey, I threw it out there. I'm just saying.
No, my younger brother much better than me at video games
To be fair,
in
that
general.
might be the only compliment that I will ever give your brother.
Yeah, I mean, leave it to you to call me out again. But no, it's a fact. It's a fact. He's always been better than us skill wise at the games that we played. Yeah, but he plays what he plays. We play what we play. We don't play the same stuff in general too much anymore. That just is what that is. But back to the matter at hand, though. Multiversus Season 2. The ranked is fun, too, because they have rewards for it, and it clearly shows you what number you're ranked at, and then as you go up, you get different skins for Samurai Jack based on your rank, which they're pretty slick looking. I mean, Samurai Jack's interesting. I played him because I have all the characters. I've got them all. He's clunky. I don't like him. I like fluidity, because with Taz I can move around and dart and get in and out where I need to. With Samurai Jack, it was very difficult to be able to move around and hit the moves when I use him. Now, I haven't messed with him too much, but it was a little bit. Agent Smith is fun, though. I finally got to use him because I wasn't doing the riffs. That was too much work. Foof, I don't know how you did it. Riffs was too much work, but very excited about it, man. Yeah, we're going to get you on that sometime. I know it's not necessarily your thing, but...
Yeah, I have it downloaded. It is updated, as I told you last night when we were playing video games. It's updated. It's just it's never been my cup of tea. You know, it is what it is. I'm happy to play if it's just you and I and all that kind of jazz. Cool, but I don't know. I liked Smash Brothers and I liked PlayStation All Stars. After that, I just don't get into it as much.
Underrated.
Sure, we had fun
that game was hated.
Me, Omni, and Poofy.
Yeah. Right. Loved that thing. You know that game was hated, though?
Really?
Yeah. PlayStation All-Stars, they actually had 3 more rounds of DLC planned for it that they canceled because it was such a flop.
I really enjoyed it.
So did I. But toward the end of it, you would go in and try to play 2v2 matches, and you would sit there for 10 minutes just searching for a match because nobody played it anymore.
What were the complaints back in the day?
They didn't like the whole charge up and hit your move to kill system. They liked the whole... It was different from knocking them off the map like a Smash Brothers was, and some of the characters were clunky, and it was very balancing issues.
Whatever.
Balancing issues were a big part of it. The major player base drop was because of the balancing issues, and that's something that Multiversus struggles with to a degree. I tell you what, Shaggy and Wonder Woman, for the love of God, just can we nerf them at some point? Please, player first games, please. Can we nerf them at some point? But I will get into ranked, and I will get back where I need to be. Now, I can't really do that right now because I tell you what, we are on day 3 of me being home with both boys, with my wife back to work.
So short day 3, and that's it.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. I said, are you sure it's day 3?
Are you sure it's day 3, man? It's it feels like day 7. Who knows? At the same time, it also feels like day 1.
Oh, never mind. Question for another day.
Shaggy. All right. Well, question for another day. Whatever. No, it feels like it's been 7 days. It feels like it's been 1 day because it's all kind of a blur together. You know, you're getting a couple hours sleep at a time, and it is what it is. Like last night, Tuesdays we usually play hockey with Saint. I was on there, and kid was doing whatever, and he fell asleep hard. And I was like, oof, he fell asleep hard. He's gonna wake up in the middle of the night on me. So I pass out with my wife. We get up.
Yep.
Trying to figure it out.
I do not blame you one iota there, man. Oh my God, I remember those stages, and sometimes it's the truth. And my sister's going through it right now. You sleep when the baby sleeps sometimes, and that's a godsend. But I have to make a joke at your expense. And Saint will enjoy this. I did tell you about this
Really?
earlier.
You'll make a joke at my expense? I am shocked, sir.
Anybody who plays NHL knows Eliminator is the game mode that we like to play, where you can just hit anybody at any point in time. No hits, or no penalty. Excuse me. So
akin to NFL Blitz.
A tournament. Yeah, correct. Well, yeah, but just not as violent, to be fair, but close. I want to play that again, by the way. Anyway, so Saint and King and I started at one last night. We started the tournament. It's usually 3 rounds, and King had to, or Prime, or however you identify him as. But anywho, he had to leave before the end of the first game, and once he left, Saint and I, for whatever reason, went on a tear, and we basically scored 12 goals with 0 goals scored against us. So it was literally an addition by subtraction.
Right. Hey, you know what?
I love playing that game with the 3 of us, but when him and I went on a 12-0 run in goals, that was impressive.
That is crazy impressive, man. It's crazy good. Look, well, you're doing Eliminator, so there's less need for the face-offs, which is what I'm the master of as far as what we do. But I digress. But yeah, it's been interesting, man. I tell you. And then I hate to put it out there on her, but my wife is it's very different for her having to go back to work after having a baby.
The roles are reversed.
Oh yeah, and as much as you sleep when the baby sleeps, everything. I'm straightforward. I've been blessed that I have been the one that worked, and she has absolutely carried much more of the weight than I ever did. And it's kind of funny because I thought I helped. And I know I didn't do as much as she did, but I thought I was closer. And now that you're staying home and you're doing it all yourself, you're like, I didn't do shit. Nope, I didn't do a goddamn thing.
Oh yeah,
shit. It's something different.
And I've talked about it before, especially with our first. Our first was so colicky that if I didn't have somebody that was a different mindset than myself, we would not have made it in general. It just the stuff that she did for our first one, I would never have been able to do myself, and I give her complete credit and props for that. Don't know if she'll hear that, but I completely give her credit for that.
Heard. Well, mine is either listening now or she won't listen to it at all, or I'll make her listen to it if I feel like I need extra brownie points if she doesn't hear it. But
she'll tell you you're still wrong.
And that you are right about. But
sorry, women, but you always tell us we're wrong.
And most of the times you're right. But
valid.
But no, she definitely carried way more of the weight, and I'm realizing that. And I tell you what, man, it's been up and down. I tell you, the first day was pretty smooth, right? Second day, not so much. Third day, I'm old, my knee gave out, so it was a little rough on that part, but actually was pretty good. Oh. So here's the challenge though, right? So I've got newborn baby, right? 6 weeks, 7 weeks old. Addison, 7 years old, autistic, nonverbal. And my 18-year-old son, who is home. Here's the issue with him. All right? And here's a call to arms. And I'm going to take a tangent, and this is a personal note, so you take a sip, take a drink. I got to call out some people here. Anybody who knows my oldest son, Danny, personally, do me a favor and reach out to him when you hear this and tell him to take care of his feet. You, my friend, know that he had surgery on his foot a few years back. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He has been limping around, struggling to walk to the point that... Yeah, he's been limping around, struggling to walk to the point that he quit Taco Bell because they had him closing like 7 nights a week, and it was bullshit. I'm not exaggerating. He closed 7 nights in a row. And then he's like, at least I got 3 days off, and then they called him in on 2 of them. Management. Yep, absolutely. It's terrible management, but I don't like. We're gonna try not to get on too much of a tangent here, but he's been a little limpy, so I'm also I was helping him out the first day and second day a little bit. Now, fortunately, my knee gave out a little bit. He was good today, so he came out, played with Addison, everything super helpful. He's been such a help. I couldn't have done it without him. I couldn't survive this shit without his help. Holy hell, it's been interesting, but I tell you what, the challenge the second day was. You have those days with your kids where they'll sleep fine when you hold them. Matter of fact, every time you pick them up, they fall asleep. But the second you put him down, what the hell's going on? You know, wide awake.
Ask Death Siren all about that one. She is living that one as we speak.
Yeah. So I had a day like that, and the problem
sure you're
is,
about to get some comments.
nah. Right, I see him. I see DJ there talking about the kids too, man. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, brother. But no, I had a day like that where with AJ, if I pick him up, he was sleeping. When I put him down, he woke up and was crying. So I have a day like that, and then Addison's having a day where he just wants my attention and me to do stuff for him and get him stuff. It doesn't jibe well. And for the most part, I was able to get Addison what he needed and do whatever. But there was a point around 4 o'clock or so that he just kind of lost it. You know, he got frustrated. He got real frustrated, and he had a little bit of a mini meltdown. Now it's probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes, but wasn't bad. But it was just, it's rough, man. It just makes you feel defeated. It makes you feel like you're not doing enough. Because I know I want to spend more time and attention to him, but I have to spend time and attention with the little one, and it's tough, man. It's tough.
I got something to tell you.
Sure.
And I've taken this to heart. If it's tough for you, that means you're a good parent.
That's one way to look at it.
Because for the ones who say it's not tough, it's the other part of that equation that I won't go into.
Ha. That's fair. That's fair enough, sir. It's pretty well said. And I hate to do it there, but that's a little sappy, and you know you're supposed to be taking shots at me here.
Hey, it's what we go through as dads. It's just a normal concept.
Fair enough.
I'll take normal out of the equation because everybody's normal is different. We've learned that over time.
Normal is boring.
If you're a good parent, male, female, mom, dad, whatever it is. If you are struggling, or you are looking at it as I am not doing enough, or I am struggling, or the kid deserves more, that is a sign that you are a good parent, and you should take stock on it. And that's enough from Philly's wisdom of the day.
I appreciate that, sir. Side note, quick whatever. DJ said his third child was born as a month old. His baby came out as like a full middle-aged linebacker. Like a bowling ball.
Sorry, Mom?
Well, C-section. Anyway.
She got ripped beyond belief, that's for sure.
Oof. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Enough with the sabbiness. We need to get back to the shit talking and play a game. You ready to play a game, sir? I think it's time.
Oh, let's do some shit talking. I'm all game for some shit talking. Let's go, bitch. Because you're still losing.
But it's time for me to catch up, baby, because it's time for the fuck 'em challenge.
It's time for the Fuck 'em Challenge! Draft Day Edition.
So, the fuck 'em challenge. Here we go, folks. Back on it. So what's the score now? It's 6-4. I believe little catch up last week. Little catch up last week on the Tom Hanks.
I'm gonna bring the mustard this week.
You can bring the mustard this week. Oh well, that's all right. I'm a ketchup guy anyway. Can't stand mustard, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
It's all gravy, baby. The fucking challenge brought to you as always by
None of it's going on.
Snapdragon Hemp. And you can use the code PYP420 for 15% off everything you see down in the bottom corner, everything on the Snapdragon Hemp website, Snapdragon Cannabis Company. They're coming out with new stuff all the time. They have a new line of 200 milligram chocolate. I think I have a picture of one of those down there. Looks real good. I'm gonna have to. I haven't done an edible in a while, but I ate one of them. Those Dragon Fuel energy drinks.
I would have to take a
I need
slight
some of them
nibble.
right now too. Yeah.
Based on that brownie, I would need a slight nibble.
Yeah, right. He's like, give me 1/4 of a
Never
square.
again.
Never again.
Never again.
All right, so
God, it was one of the
6-4.
worst experiences of my life.
Oh, and I don't know who told him to do it. But anyway, we're on a fucking challenge, draft day edition. As you know, if you don't know, we have our fantasy football draft coming up the 18th of next month. Yes, it will be a podcast episode. I'm not sure if it'll be on Twitch. I do know we'll have about 5 guys here in the chat with us. It'll be fun. A lot of fun. But we are playing this game and keeping score until that episode, and the winner of said challenge will gain naming rights for the loser's fantasy football team for the remainder of the regular season. which is going to suck for one of us. And I'm behind 6-4, but I won last week. And I picked South Park.
Even if I lose, it's still going to be funny to me.
It's going to be funny.
My name's going to suck. And I'll hate it, but I'm still going to laugh hysterically.
I did have some thoughts about it this week, but we won't get into those. Anyway, I won last week.
Until things have manifested.
Fair enough. Well, I was feeling myself last week after getting back in the game. When I was down 6-1, it was a little rough.
And he's like, oh, I can start doing it.
I mean, I'm catching up. So, I won last week. I picked South Park. So, we're doing characters from South Park, the fucking challenge. We take a topic. This one's a TV show. So, we take 3 quotes on one character. We shoot back and forth, quote for quote, one at a time. We'll give each other one guess. No yes or no questions for this. Movies only. Let me see if you can guess it right.
I thought we weren't doing guesses with the TV show.
We don't. I just said
yes,
no.
No question, excuse me.
I said no yes or no question.
I misheard you.
Did I say? Did I not say?
We
have an audience. I can poll the audience.
I just wanted to make sure the rules. I could care less what you said. I just want to make sure the rules are right.
Dan's now lower than I was when we met. Shit. He is DJ. Fuck, we're old. Alright, so. I won last week. I get the quote first. So, give me my first quote, sir.
All right. First quote.
Round 1.
Don't buy into the fad, Kyle. Be who you are, not what's cool.
Okay. Okay. Man, sucks not having yes or no questions, but okay. I got a couple ideas on that one. It's interesting. All right, you ready for your first one, sir?
I am ready. I'm sure you're going to do better at this than me because I can't remember South Park for shit.
We'll see. Who knows? This could go. Look. These have turned out how I expected them, and then completely how I didn't. So who knows? But all right, round 1. You can call a lie whatever you want, but it's still a no good stinking lie. Does that do anything for you, sir?
No, it does not make me excited one iota.
No movement at all. Not even a shiver. Ooh.
Say it again.
You can call a lie whatever you want, but it's still a no good stinking lie.
I think I got it.
All right.
Nope, no guess. No guess.
All right. Give me my second quote then, sir.
All right.
Round 2.
Hold on a second. You all want to go see Phil Collins?
Damn. What was the first quote again?
Well then, don't buy into the fad, Kyle. Be who you are, not what's cool.
That's Kyle. Okay. All right.
Yes?
Damn. I mean, damn. Oh, off the top of my head, the 4 that I've got going are I mean, and call me whatever. Maybe it's too many, and maybe I'm just too high. But it's Kyle and Stan's dad, Cartman and Tally all seem to fit into the concept here. In my head.
In your head is a very, very funny place.
Yes. Side note, DJ, I did make it emotes only for the fucking challenge, just so if you guys know, feel free to send an emote, but don't blurt it out for us, alright? Damn.
Ew.
I really wanted to get it on the second one and take the lead. Oh, well, guess that won't happen
I can't
on
even
this
look
one.
at that. You could be cheating.
No, I turned it on emotes only. I got nothing. I'm somewhere on those 4, but I don't... Shit.
You sure? Nothing?
And
you're taking a while. You're looking like me out here.
Yeah, I know. All right, cool on. So I'm done. All right. You ready for your second quote? Sorry. Shit.
Sure, do it up.
Yeah. It's bad. I'll call you out all this shit. I need a fucking Shit, I need a fucking
you always
timer.
take too long to make a decision.
I know, right? Fuck. All right. Here you go. Second quote.
Round 2.
Well, I'm just a typical little girl.
What? I mean, you are a typical little girl when I look at you.
In your dreams, sir. In your dreams.
I mean, maybe long hair, sure. Little girl? I feel like that was said in jest by somebody, and it's not an actual girl, and this is a quote to frickin' throw me. That's how I feel, to be fair. Say it again.
Well, I'm just a typical little girl.
Nope. I'm not gonna take any more time. Not making a guess
Nope.
yet.
Nothing? All right.
No.
Give me your last quote, sir.
Final round.
You know what they say? You can't teach a gay dog street tricks.
Fuck, I got nothing. Is that Cartman?
I love
guess.
it. I think that was a good one.
Is that Cartman?
Nah.
Yeah. I assume not. That's not Tally. Fuck. Who is it?
Almost went with Tally. That was my
Wow.
second pick. I came this close, and I was like, looking at the lines. I'm like, they seem
Damn.
too obvious.
Ah!
I went with
Damn.
the funny one on the last one. I thought that would have been helpful. Because there's only one line, really, that I'm assuming would really give this guy away.
Sure.
Have you seen my balls?
Huh?
Have you seen my balls? My chocolate balls.
Oh, damn it. It's Chef. Shit! Well played. Yeah, well played. I hear it now.
Yeah, I thought the funny one would help you. I'm sorry.
Shit, I'm pissed at myself. Alright. Fuck. Alright. Well,
So to be fair, my top three for choosing. The first time I looked at it, I almost went with Garrison, and then I almost went with Tally, and then I settled on Chef. Those were my top three.
alright. Alright. You ready for your last quote, sir? It's not a very long one.
Bring it.
Final round.
Oh, hamburgers.
Butters.
See, that's a giveaway. It was either that or what in the butt? What in the butt? You want to do it in the butt? Okay, you want to do it in the butt? Oh, yeah.
I couldn't do the chocolate balls thing. That's way that's just like an iconic. It's like Heidi
Sure.
Ho for a Christmas poo. I mean, it's the same concept. I couldn't put that one there.
Sure. Fair enough. All right. So,
All right.
there you go, sir. Very well. 7-4. You are up. So, the question then is, do you want to pick a topic like you normally would, or do you want to
I already got one.
put it up to the chat? Oh, he's already got one this week.
Oh yeah.
Finally
I thought about
coming
it
prepared.
Yesterday, I thought I was winning, so I thought ahead.
Chat has been re-enabled, by the way. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Damn.
All right. We're gonna keep on the theme.
Hey, that
of
was a
TV
tough
shows,
one.
And we're gonna
That was a
go to
tough one.
My
South Park's
favorite,
tough.
because I love it so much. Fresh Prince.
It's for you know what? I think that's where I was gonna go if you didn't. Good luck, sir.
I love it.
That's gonna be
Cheers for
tough.
that one.
That is gonna be tough to get past me. I'm just saying, it's gonna be tough to get past you. There's not a ton of characters in that show. For what it's worth, there's not a ton of episodes, considering how long it's been and how many times we've probably watched it on reruns on Nick at Night. For
I
God's
watch the
sake!
whole season at least once or twice every year.
Thank you. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Damn. Well played, sir. 7-4. I still have a few episodes left. Only down by 3. Still anybody's
Not a
game.
big lead.
Yeah.
It is. I am not
Still
sitting here
anybody's
pretty at
game.
all. I'm not sitting here thinking I'm winning. I'm happy I am winning. Yes. I do not.
I'm happy it's a game. I'm just happy it's a game.
There you go. There you go.
Look, we're both on record as saying that whoever wins or loses, it's going to be funny for the podcast. It's good content. I'm also on record as saying that I hope that both trophies, either trophy, I would be happy if it went to one of us. One of us win, one of us lose, whatever. That would be fucking amazing. Don't even care which one.
It would make the podcast better, too.
Oh, man. Spoiler!
Or if either one of us got the Ronco.
That's what I'm saying. I said, did I not just say either trophy?
I only was thinking championship. My sights are set on championship, so that's all I was thinking about. So you could have said whatever. I wouldn't have given a shit. I was focused on one trophy alone. And to get it away from that fucking Dumbledore piece of shit.
Hey, man. Thank you. Fuck you, Foofy. Jesus. Spoiler. I know what the punishment is for this year.
Mm-mm. Do you feel that it is worse than the leg wax or better than the leg wax?
I guess it depends on who you are, but it's pretty damn good. And yes, my wife.
You're good. He can announce that at the draft day.
Well, my wife, as she said, knows too. Might have been involved in the process, and I will tell you this too. That's great. My wife is not allowed to play fantasy football. I said, we need a punishment. She goes, how about a taser?
Jesus.
What the
Like, holy shit. She goes, all right, well, how do you step up the wax? She goes, like, do a Brazilian next time. I'm like, Jesus, I've never played fantasy football with you. Holy shit.
If you watch the whole video of Ron getting waxed, he goes, I'm going to make somebody get a Brazilian wax when I win. That's when I said I will choose the kicker and the defense because he said that.
That's true. Oh, man. That's funny. Jesus. But I do know this, podcast listeners, you will be involved in helping us decide a portion of the punishment this year. So, tune into that episode.
Was that run by the punishment commissioner? Just saying.
No. I am the punishment commissioner. I am the lord of this football league.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
I do everything for that. I don't want to hear it. Shit. Anyway. So, we do have a giveaway to get to, but seeing as I advertised it coming out on the 26th and everything, and I did not have time to set up the wheel aspect for the stream, we are going to give it another day and then just spin it tomorrow, and we will just be announcing it in the Discord. Boo this man, you breaky. I did not have the wheel set up. I did not get time to set it all up. I'll be honest with you.
Game!
Taser for the... Jesus, look, your sister too. Like, we can't play fantasy football with these people.
I'm not even looking at it. I don't want to know. I haven't looked at one comment yet. I'm not gonna.
She said taser for the win. She agrees. I'm like, yeah, no taser.
I'm gonna come taser you, sis.
So, give us another day on that. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Get in there. That's how you'll find out who wins. The only way to claim your prize. So, back to the topics at hand. We were having a discussion the other day about people that we just don't trust and certain types of people that we don't trust. And that conversation actually went on way too long to put on a podcast because it'd be a whole episode itself because we don't like people in general. Don't trust a lot of people.
I don't trust you.
I don't. You think I trust you? Shit. I don't trust me. That's funny.
Look in the mirror and go, you suck. I don't trust you.
Right?
You said no.
I wake up every day, look in the mirror, and I go, you Puerto Rican son of a bitch, I know you're up to something. Anyway. I sound like that in the morning, apparently, for some reason. Anyway, so we decided to come up with our list of people that we just don't trust. Mainly me, but, I digress. So here's what we came up with, folks, and let us know what you think. By all means, those in the chat, let us know if you agree. Let us know who we're missing. List. Absolutely. You can hit us on social medias or in the Discord as well. It's a really good topic. So here's the first one and how this list really, truly came about. where we live, obviously there's neighbors on either side of our house. On one side, one family's been there the whole time. Their names are, I don't know. I don't talk to my neighbors. I don't care. On the other side, it's been a revolving door of a shit show of a bunch of different people. But for the past year plus, it's been a couple years now, actually, I believe. It's just been, I don't know who lives there, but there's a truck and a van that park out front in the yard, and there's about 4, 5, 6 Mexicans that get out of them and seem to live there and drink beer in the front yard there. Don't really understand it. It's like a Mexican frat house. Right? Which is whatever. I don't care. Sometimes it's bothersome on the weekends when they're playing mariachi and samba music out in the yard. And you have your time with that. It's like
the freaking sounds you're about to pick for this when you edit.
It's like it's like you're eating in a Mexican restaurant. You could close your eyes and you would swear you were sitting in a Mexican restaurant listening to the background music. But my problem with them is there's 6 Mexicans living in that house. They don't cut their grass. What? I don't trust any man that doesn't cut his own grass, let alone a Mexican that doesn't cut his own grass. And then when they do cut it, it takes them 2 days to cut because all they do is use weed eaters. They don't even have a lawnmower.
What?
How come a Mexican doesn't have a lawnmower?
Nope, not going there.
Hey, look, I'm Hispanic. I can call us out. I don't trust any man, let alone Mexicans, let alone a bunch of them living in one house that can't cut their grass. I don't trust them. Am I wrong in this? Do you know any grown men that don't cut their yard?
I do, but I will leave that for another day.
Do you trust said individual?
Yes.
Moving on. So, number 2, as I think of this concept and people I don't trust, here's one. I know a smoker who claims he's been smoking forever, and when I ask him, he says he only has the one bong. I have never in my life known a pothead that didn't have at least 3 pieces.
It's fair.
This guy is.
I don't think I
says.
vouch for that myself. I mean, anybody I know who has partaken has multiple devices to utilize.
We do. It's a guarantee, and it's if somebody doesn't, then there's just something weird. You got one bong and a dab rig that's broken too. Hey, well there you go. You got 2. It's more than one. You had one that broke. I mean, shit. You know how often we break pieces?
Well,
they make them out of glass.
And use things like apples, and you still got yourself what you need.
Yeah, right. I never did the apple thing. Now, soda cans, all the time. All the time. Never did the apple thing.
Well, you can kind of reuse that. An apple, after a while,
It's healthy, right? I'm on a diet. That's what they say.
Hey. They did say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So they just didn't say you had to ingest said apple.
All right. We need a quick timeout. Addison's awake.
No.
Entertain the people. Give me a second.
I'm not gonna fucking dance like a monkey, you son of a bitch. I'll pull up the chat here. Gatorade bottles. All right, Breaky. Sing us a song. Screw you. It's the end of the world as we know it. How's that for a song, sis? I knew that was coming. For whatever reason, gang, my sis hates that song. So every time it comes on the radio when I'm driving around, I will send her a video of said song playing. Oh, I know I can't sing, but I did it just for you. You brought that on the people. Everybody blame Death Siren for the crap that you just heard.
I blame Death Siren. What'd I miss? All right.
I entertain the people.
Entertain the masses. All right. So, talking about people we don't trust, right? So then we had a couple interesting ones come up that were up for some debate between us and raised a little bit of friction, right? I'll go ahead with mine. If you know Aldi, the grocery store, You know, you
Oh,
walk
yeah.
up the
Frequently.
shopping cart or buggy,
Lucky, get
put
the
a
hell
quarter
out
in.
here. Nick.
All right, Mario. You walk up, you put a quarter in it. That's how you get your grocery, your
Me
shopping
and my
cart.
water alone.
Ha! I don't trust people that take a free shopping cart and then keep the quarter for themselves and don't give it to the next person. I don't trust you.
Here's my question though. Let's
Sure.
say you're walking up, somebody says, "Hey, do you want my shopping cart?" Do you trust the person who says, "Well, would you want a quarter?" Because I was going to use the quarter anyway. So they took the shopping cart, Beggy, and still offered the quarter.
Sure. That's fine. But, like, you're getting a free quarter out of it, just pass it on to the next person. Side note, by the way, the person that turns around and says, "Do you want my shopping cart? Do you want it?" That'd be great. You know who pisses me off? The old lady that walks her shopping cart all the way up to where they belong and then stops and leaves it right in front of the other ones so that you have to interact with it. It's like, I'm trying to put my shopping cart away. Don't park yours there and think you're being a nice person, but you're really just getting in my fucking way. Move. There's 3 people behind you, lady. Anyway, my rant is over. It's my Aldi quarter. Yes, you have one Aldi quarter. I keep my Aldi quarter. Right? So if I don't use my Aldi quarter, I don't care. Give it to the next person. Do you really need the quarter?
Dude, I kid you not. So my wife does the majority of the shopping, and she goes to Aldi on a weekly basis. And
Sure,
she has
that's
a
me
little
now.
coin pouch thing that fits in her car. It's an Aldi coin pouch, and you could attach it to your the ring for your car keys. It's and
Sure.
she just leaves it there, and that's her Aldi quarter.
That's
And the
genius.
one time I took it and I didn't replace it, she
Oh
went to Aldi the next
shit.
time and she never quarter.
That's the worst. That's a real first world problem, is showing up to Aldi and not having a quarter. This happened to me this week. Because you know what?
You
You
can
know what's
afford the
funny?
groceries, but
Oh,
not the quarter to drive the
oh
cart.
no! Listen. This whole scenario played out for me. I swear to God, I forgot about it. I'm walking up with my quarter, ready to get a grocery cart, right? And I shop during Addison's therapy session, so it's like an hour. So I basically go over there. I have maybe 10 minutes that I can dick around, and then I got to get in the store, get out of the store, and get back over. So I'm walking up. I have my quarter in hand. Guy in front of me is like, "Here, you want this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Here's the quarter." He goes, "Oh, it's good. I don't need it." I'm like, "All right, sure, fine." I put the quarter in my pocket. I move on. Dumb me. You know, I do what I do, and I give the shopping cart to the next person. Dumb me, I leave the quarter in my pocket, don't think about it. Get home that night, put it on the dresser. When I empty my pockets, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta remember to do something with that. I never put it back in my wallet.
Oh, dear
So I
God,
get there this week, can't find one. I'm ripping my car apart. You know, can't find one in the dash, can't find one in the console, because of course I'm getting ready to put the baby in the car, so I've cleaned the car out. So, you know, it's tough to find anything in the car now. So I'm reaching in the depths underneath my driver's seat, you know, with that stuff that's hairy and a little slimy and crunchy all at the same time, and you don't know exactly what it is.
What are you putting under your car seat?
But you're already in it. I have kids, man. There's always so much, but I reach in there and I'm like, I feel it.
I've never reached under the car seat and found something slimy.
You haven't lived, my friend.
Crusty,
You haven't lived!
moldy, sore, slimy? You have some problems.
Anyway, I reach down there and I feel it, and I'm like, there it is. There's my quarter. I got one. So I pry it up off the floor and I pull it out and I'm like, it's a $50. What the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Just break in half. You could drive 2 buggies.
Right? I'd be like, hey, you want to make 25 cents on that shopping cart? Like, what the fuck, you know? It's like, this feels like a trap. Good Christ. The worst. So, like, I got a $50. What am I supposed to do?
I see you with the $50 walking around going, spare some change.
Spare some change. That would be hilarious. End of the story is I walk up there and there's a shopping cart with a quarter already in it sitting there waiting for somebody. I'm like, well, goddamn, I guess I've got a $50. It's still in my wallet. Golly. So, that one caused some friction between us, you know, because you disagree with me there. And then you gave me your take to this list, which was to add what?
The fact that I cannot stand telemarketers / solicitors. So much so that we have put a sign on the not the gutter. What do you call it? The the word this slips my mind. Next to your windows. How's it called? Why can't I remember that?
What?
You know, like the strips that people put next to their windows on the outside of the house.
Sure.
I can't
I
remember
don't
the
know what the
goddamn
hell
name. Whatever. So,
I don't know.
all right, cool. You don't know either.
Nope.
We both suck. Anyway, we put a
Pretty
sign
much.
there basically saying no soliciting, and that's actually prevented a lot of people coming to the house. Now, my biggest part or rant and why half of that started was about 2-3 years ago. I'm cleaning up my son's high chair from dinner and everything. We're finishing dinner, and there was a knock on the door. My wife went to answer it, and I went to go throw the garbage out into the garage. On the other side of the garage door, I hear some dude talking and asking questions that I didn't think you should be asking.
Ooh.
So I immediately ran through the garage and then up to the front door, and the guy actually had already started walking away. So he started actually asking questions about my father to my wife, who has never met my father. And apparently,
Okay.
there's a lot of solicitors out there who have lists that go back 20, 25 years, I found out.
Wow.
They somehow, for whatever they work these databases, they don't always update. And because my father has not been in this house for about 2 decades.
Yeah, right.
And you're coming in asking about my father, who is, I have no clue where, and I don't care where, but asking
Story
my
for another
wife these
day.
questions about like, hey, you sent us an email, and we know his birthday's in August, and this and that and the other thing, and like, it's like one of those like ploys to try to get more information. So we
Sure.
ended up calling the cops, and the cops showed up, and then they, apparently it was actually a legit company and everything like that. But he tells us a story that these guys come from basically Utah. They employ these people from Utah and fly them out to random like neighborhoods and send them around town.
So they're sending
And lo and
Mormons.
behold,
They're
the
getting the
next
Mormons out of
day, a
Utah.
dude was. So I don't know. I don't know how it all works, but it is a common practice. And half the time, these
Wow.
people don't even know where they are to be knocking on the doors that they're knocking on.
Telemarketing's not terribly different, and this is where it was like, well, hold up, what are you saying? Because like I did telemarketing, but then I was like, wait a second, I only did it for 2 weeks, and then they fired me because I quit.
Wait, how do they fire you because you quit? How the fuck does that work?
Well, they went to talk to me about my performance, and they were like, look, you're not getting enough numbers, but what you can do is just come back tomorrow, and we'll just technically rehire you and give you another 2-week trial. And I was like, no, thanks, I'm good. Fuck this. I'm done. Fuck you. I'm out. And then, because Rico was working there with me, and Rico was actually killing it because, my God,
Oh,
whatever.
my
But I
God.
tapped Rico on the
Really?
shoulder because I was his, yes. Oh, yeah, Rico. Yeah, how enthusiastic Rico is. Go for that brass ring and
No,
shit. And I used to want to smack him upside the head.
But Rico enthusiastic and positive is another story.
We were very young, sir. This was before we had kids. This is before we had kids and the world had beaten the life out of us. Anyway, I did the telemarketing thing, and I was in Maryland, and we were calling places like Colorado and Texas and this and that, and trying to get money for police departments in random places and shit. So yeah, you don't know who has what information, everything like that. No, I don't trust those people either. You know what I used to do when telemarketers would call my phone? They'd be like, "Hi, is Mr. Lugo there?" I'd be like, "Oh, hola, que sí, no, que, habla español? No speak English." And then one day the telemarketer number calls and I pick up the phone. They go, "Hola, Señor Lugo." Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't speak the niche. I'm sorry, you got the wrong number.
Yes, Jesus
Hang on,
God.
So my wife too was like, "You thought you were smart."
The
I'm like,
niche? Are you shitting me?
"What? You never heard? I don't speak the niche. You never heard that? It's fun." That's fucking fun. No, my wife was like, "You thought you were smart. You thought you had them figured out." I was like, "I really did." I was like, "I thought I had the system beat. Motherfuckers got the Mexicans calling me now."
Oh my Lanta.
So we don't trust them. So those are 4. So there's just one left. So number 1, the person that we trust the least, Jennifer Garner.
I was a little confused by this because I didn't have any pretext to this, so I would love to understand why you don't trust Jennifer Gardner.
Because I don't trust any woman that keeps asking me what's in my wallet. No?
That's worse than our
Ah.
dad jokes. That's
Ah.
no.
Oh.
Shame!
Shame. Shame.
Shot down. Shot down.
Shame.
Damn.
Oh,
All right, well, I thought that was a good one.
Damn.
Hey, I thought that was a good one.
I can appreciate that you
boo.
put it in the dad joke segment, yes. But at that moment in time, wrong place, wrong time, sir.
Fuck you. I thought it was funny. My wife's booing me too. Shit. Love you, babe. She's booing me too. That's all right. I'll make up for it. I'll make up for it. All right, well, but hey, those are some of the people that we don't trust. Let us know in the Discord or on Twitter at PastorPrime25 or at the Beer League Goalie on Instagram. Let us know who you don't trust if we missed anybody. I thought we did pretty good. I liked my joke, sir, but to each their own, I suppose.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said ill-properly timed.
All right, fine. Well, in that case, since we're winding down the end of the podcast, it's our time to do my favorite thing, and as an extra treat, you guys get to see what I see this time. Yes.
Never mind. I thought about something. Don't worry about it. Continue.
I don't pay you to think about things, sir. I pay you to sit there and look pretty. You're overpaid, by the way.
Overpaid, underperforming. Yes, I know.
Overpaid, underperforming. Oh, that could be the title of my autobiography. Anyway, so we're winding down the end of the podcast, and I like to take a moment at the end of every podcast to dive back into sports history and find a moment to make Russ feel old.
Not that hard.
It's not, but it brings me great joy. And since we're on video, you'll get to see what I see, which is the facial expression when I bring him down. So, here we go. You ready, sir?
Bring it.
All right. What's getting ready to start?
Olympics.
The Olympics. What is the greatest moment that you can remember for American history? Because the hockey thing, whatever, that was before our time. That was before our time. So when we were kids,
before our time.
The hockey, the Miracle.
Oh yeah. 4 years.
Miracle
before
was
me,
Miracle was before our time. So that's one of the base Olympic things that I can think of. But for me, when I was a kid, when it was us, I remember little Carrie Strug.
Oh yeah,
and her
the
broken
jump
ankle.
and landing on one foot.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. That was in the Olympics back in
I bet my sister
1996.
remembers that one too.
Yes, sir. That is an old one. That is way back. That was way back in 1996, sir. That happened 28 years ago.
Wait, was that the one that was in Sydney?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah,
It was
in
around
96, yeah.
2000. One of them was in Sydney.
You gonna make me verify? I don't know which one it was at. I don't have that one written down in the notes.
I'm pretty sure one of those around that time was Sydney.
I believe
Or not
so. It
Sydney,
might have been 2001.
Not Sydney. Atlanta. Excuse me. That's where it was.
Yeah, I don't remember which one, but
It
that was
in
way
the
back in
US, but I don't
1996, man. That was a big moment, though. That everybody remembered that.
Sure.
And the creepy coach carrying her off and everything like that because her ankle was busted, her foot, whatever. It was a big deal, man. Landing on one foot the way she did, tears running down her face.
Yeah.
Is the most I ever cared about the
still
Olympics.
Coach, yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, I mean, I, to be fair, the Olympics have always brought different types of joys for myself. I've always enjoyed the Olympics. I do find myself watching a lot of different things. I used to, as I said before, I used to row back in the day, so I actually like to try to find the rowing competitions as well. Now, this might strike a chord with my sister. When we'd had the Olympics and my mother was around, do you remember videotaping things on VHS and hitting record and setting timers for things to record when TV shows were coming on? You ever do that?
Oh, yeah. And it almost always didn't work right.
Yeah, well, there's that too. So we would have. I see that she literally said, "Oh my god!" So We had TVs in every room of our house, and every room of our house had VCRs attached to them. And now, if you know the Olympics and how many different channels there are for the Olympics, because it's
Oh
all,
yeah,
depending upon where it is, it's like, if it's in Russia, China, whatever, different time zone, blah, blah, blah.
sure.
So we would have to set tapes in every single VCR and time them to every single channel so that my mother didn't miss a moment of the Olympics so she could see it all. But now, granted, she would fast forward the parts that she didn't like. But my mother would literally videotape the entire Olympics so she knew she didn't miss a thing.
Yes, sir. You
Like,
have
this
told me
would have
that
been a
before.
woman
That's why I geared this
addicted
one.
to on demand.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, she would have loved it. She would never left her house.
I could still
Now,
see the screen and the buttons you had to push to frickin' set the timer for these things. I can still see it. It's a blue screen. Like I can see the whole thing. Oh my
yes,
god. But
sir.
yes, you made me feel old because you made me go back in time.
Yeah, and that's my point. I tell you what, I didn't do as much of the videotape as I did with the cassette. I was the one with the cassette, always trying to record my song on the radio so you can make your own mixed cassette tape.
Oh yeah.
You know,
And then if they chopped off the ending or the beginning, it's
Jock Jams.
you got to put the pencil in, turn it backwards.
Put the fence. Oh shit. That's not supposed to make me feel old. That's not how this segment is supposed to work, motherfucker.
See what I did there?
You flipped the script on me. All right, well, we are at the tail end. So, dad jokes, sir. I went to, let's see, I don't remember. I think I went first last. Yeah, I went first last week.
Sure.
So, why don't you go ahead and go first this week, sir? What do you got for a dad joke to end us with?
I'll tie it into my what's crapping stories. Do
Sure.
you know what England doesn't have a kidney bank?
No.
But it does have a Liverpool.
Wah, wah, wah.
Hey, that's a pretty good one. Even if you like soccer,
bad.
people understand that one.
That's not bad. That's not bad. No, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right. Now, here you go. You ready?
Oh, shut up. Don't make me slap you too.
All right, here we go. How does a rock pee?
Don't know.
He Dwayne's his Johnson. Ha ha! Dun pow!
Oh my
No?
god. Which
Yeah?
one's
No?
worse, ladies and
Ah!
gentlemen? They both sucked.
Oh, I thought mine was better.
Oh, shit.
Hey, heavy roll. The dad jokes, they are
Shit.
aplenty. But that one does tie in, folks. We are wrapped up. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in on Twitch and checking us out. Appreciate you helping out with the
Thanks for
hiccups at
standing
the
at our
beginning.
ugly mugs for as long as you did.
Right? I know. You should get paid to do that. I mean, God, it is rough. I should get paid to do
We should be
this.
paying you to watch us.
I should be paid to look at you. Shit.
Oh, fuck
Anyway.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Ah, Philly's hat. It's even worse.
We're the best team in baseball right there, baby.
God damn. All right, folks. We will be back next week. As always, likely same time, same Twitch channel. We will figure it out. Look forward to this being posted on Spotify and YouTube. I don't know how long it'll take. Give me a day or two. Because I got the baby and all that. And this is my first time editing videos. So, hashtag pray for prop. But, I digress. Now dance. You. What are you laughing about?
My sister, she said I subscribed. I paid for it, so now dance.
Blummer, thanks for showing up, man. We appreciate it. But we'll be back next week. But next
Sitting there
week,
like a monkey with cymbals.
next week, in correlation with my dad joke, we will be talking about a little bit of wrestling, sir, because it is SummerSlam time, and that is the opposite end of WrestleMania. So that is the second biggest event on the wrestling calendar. Have some big stuff going on there. That ought to be exciting. Some stuff to talk about there. Not quite sure what else we'll have going on, but we will have the fucking challenge with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm excited.
That one's a little personal because that one is not Will Ferrell movies, I hate that. Or South Park, that's much more you.
This is a personal challenge this time. I made it personal.
Yeah, this is on the level with baseball movies. Like, this is...
Oh, yeah.
The winner of this is not going to let the other one hear the end of it for quite a while.
Oh,
that's
never.
for damn sure.
Never.
But tune in next week, folks. If you haven't, hit the smash button on Spotify. Give us a follow. Go follow us on YouTube, Twitch, Past Your Prime. Hit us up. We appreciate you, folks. Have a good night.
Somebody tell me why the rum is always gone?
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.